And apparently, it's very fuckable based on the looks this one character kept giving this cat the entire movie. I thought he was going to try to fuck it.
What the hell? I didn't think
Did
that.
anybody else pick up on that? Like,
Two more fucks, folks, if you're keeping score.
Not me.
You didn't. The look. Like I'm telling you.
No, I did not.
It was like Dreamweaver. Like fucking Wayne's World. I can't sing anymore because then we'll get hit.
Yeah, right.
But
no, I didn't fucking catch on to that at all.
It's just an automatic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just an automatic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just an automatic Monday.
If you want to become a member, check out our webpage at deathcursesociety.com and click on the membership tab. You could join for the cost of a couple of pre-rolls a month. Of course, we got to thank all of the people that make this possible. Our people, our top people, our final girls, Chris, Lorena, BD, and Tyrone. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And, of course, our camp counselors. We've got Chris. Wait a minute. What does that say at the top there? Is that a new name?
I believe it is.
That's a new name. Go ahead, baby. Say it, Colonel.
Adam, motherfucking Christopher.
That's right. Corey, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy, Orlando, Chuck, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. Thank you. Thank you. God damn it. Thank you.
All right, anticipation. I'll kick off on this one because I let it be well known what my anticipation was last week for this. Fuck. Seriously, we're going to review this. That was my anticipation. It did not get any higher or any lower. It was just a giant fuck. Did not want to discuss this movie.
I tend to share the Colonel's feelings on this, but then I got to thinking, a couple of tokes. I was intrigued. I was like, oh, well, maybe we'll try to figure out what the fuck. Maybe they'll tell a little bit of the aliens backstory. Where the fuck, why, and what is this? And so I was looking at that really a lot. I really wanted to see that. That made me like anticipate it. It raised it quite a bit. I was like, all right, this doesn't feel like torture of going to see this now. Sure. And but yeah, my anticipation was greater than what I actually got to see, I think, here. So yeah, so anticipation never really. It got high for a moment, but then yeah, it's not at all what I was hoping for.
I wasn't really sure what to think since like I said, I never saw the other two films. And I texted the guys like, all right, I'm on the way to the theater. And when I sat down, I pulled out my phone. I saw a message from Colonel saying, if you could skip it, I would. Or, I'm wording it a little differently, but it's basically that. So, not great anticipation, but I have heard, it's a sci-fi film, sci-fi horror. PG-13, which kind of lowered the expectations. I didn't realize that at first. Are the other ones PG-13?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know that. I did find out there was a cat in this movie, so sci-fi horror, cat. Maybe this will remind me of Alien a little bit. That was kind of what was going on in my head, knowing nothing about the other two films. But yeah, we can get into our initial thoughts leaving the theater.
Yeah. If you have seen the other two, this film fails to introduce anything worthy that would pique your interest. It's the same bullshit happening to a different group of people. And a lot is left out. I mean, you got the military working on it, but you never hear from them or you never get a briefing or anything from them of what's happening. You're pretty much, I guess the idea is to put you in the middle of New York City with this shit happening. And it just, dude, there's just nothing new here, man. It's the same fucking gimmick, the same fucking The same joke. Same things. I mean, and it's not as clever this time because you had the deaf element. There's a different element this time, and I'm not sure it really works for me. But a different handicap this time around. And it's the star is good, but I mean, it just fuck, man. Walking out of this, it's just again. The bottom line is there's nothing new here. They don't give you anything. There's no backstory to the aliens, why they're here, or any of that going on. It's an exact kind of retread of the other movie. Just get to somewhere safe if you can. Colonel.
Yeah, my initial thoughts, line up perfectly with yours to an extent. Again, nothing new, nothing explained. Like I said, just different people. I thought they figured out how to survive a little bit too fucking quickly. If that makes sense, I was like, that was rather quick. They figured that out in an hour. And like I said, the first two films, you cared about these people at least enough to want to see their journey. This one, there's only the main character is the only one I really cared about, and that did work for me overall. That is one of the few bright spots of the film. Like at the end of the movie, I'm like, I get it.
I just want to comment. This counting in the chat is amazing.
What is going on with the counting?
I just didn't realize I was up to 10. There's no way.
I think they're counting your F-bombs. I'm not sure.
Colonel's
that's what they're counting. But
shit. I was not supposed to tell you that. Apparently.
Secret to the trade, guys. I can see your comments.
He can't help himself anyway.
So, Lorena, I know you're going to PM phase.
I just looked at it. She's like, don't tell Colonel I'm counting his F words. I'm like, right after I just told you. So,
like I said, I'm shooting for fucking 96.
You fuckity fuck you.
96. Gonna get like South Park. We're gonna have a shit counter.
That's right.
But yeah, my initial thoughts coming out. I mean, there was an awful lot of the cat. I forgot the name of it, but I mean, like you said, there were a lot of thoughts surrounding this cat because, like, how the fuck did this motherfucker, survive the shit that he survived?
Did they drop the cat's name ever?
Yeah, there was a kid that
the beginning.
Cat,
Oh yeah.
His name is this.
Dude, fucking Frodo. How do you not know?
Frodo.
Frodo. Yeah, okay. Dude, it was in one ear and out the other. My short-term memory. But yeah, there was an awful lot of Frodo, which is great. For like a thriller type film, it was okay. It was kind of a snoozer fest, like these guys were telling me, I mean, it's another one of those damn modern movies. It's just too fucking long with too much fucking bullshit. At least 20 to 30 minutes it could have been cut out.
It's like an hour and 38 minutes, dude.
Dude, the runtime wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was acceptable.
It was okay.
I'll be honest. I was getting a little ass sleepy. You know what I'm saying? Where your ass starts.
My ass was numb.
Yeah.
By the end of it, like
I was actually kind of rotating to one side, and I made it an hour before I looked at it. Said, what fucking time is it? And
it felt like a 5-hour film though, just because it was a slow mover.
Well, again, now you have to go watch the other two just to see why.
Sure.
We're kind
I am curious, and I
here.
think I will.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of my initial thoughts leaving the theater. It was like, all right, I'll go check out these other films. So, these aliens are, up close. They're a little, I mean, the CGI is, to each their own.
Kind of Stranger Thingy.
A little bit, yeah, but they're all right. I liked how threatening they are and how many there are. It's a neat, scenario.
Man,
I don't know.
I complain about the creature design since the first one. I've never been sold on a creature design.
Sure. I imagine that's been a thing, but I like the cat. That's probably making me, enjoy the movie more than I thought I would. But it's still, it's not one I'm probably gonna watch again.
I think they did just enough staying on the cat when he was on his own. Any more than that would have been annoying.
Sure.
But and then for the reasoning though, I was kind of like,
it's like, what the fuck?
This guy comes popping. Fuck, man. Isn't that the dude from Stranger Things?
Yes. Well, thank you for stealing that. I was going to be like, speaking of Stranger Things when we got the characters.
I knew I recognized him from somewhere.
He is
There you go.
from Stranger Things. I can't remember his character names. I didn't watch it, but he's the dude that was famous for playing the Master.
Oh, Munson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because I was just going like, I've seen this cat before, but I've not really watched Stranger Things yet myself. So, but I recognize him still. So, I mean, but still, his introduction to it.
I thought he was a chud at first. That could just morph into a human being because his magical appearance. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're sitting there going like, what the fuck? You know, really? Right at this moment? You know, this is. How long have you been under there? And what the fuck is going on? You know, there's too much left out of the pie in this one. Act 1.
Which, I don't know, Crank usually gives like little descriptions for each act, but I didn't really have the time. And I'm not really sure where to split these acts either.
It's all right.
I can pretty much sum this one up. We're introduced to our main character, Sam, who's played by, here's where I screw it up, Lupita Nyong'o.
A very talented actor.
Very talented actor, yes.
Actress.
No, I still say actor. They
Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't remember anymore.
I don't think actor. I think actress is out of style right now. I don't know. But introduced to her, we find out she is pretty much in hospice care. She has cancer. She wants some. They're going on a field trip essentially to see a play. She only goes because she's promised pizza. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go if I can get some pizza in the city.
I totally relate to this.
Yes, totally.
You kind of do.
Yes. So the group gets there. They're watching. Ends up being a marionette play, which I thought was funny because who wants to? Like, I wouldn't. No, fuck that. So she goes outside. They're like, "Oh, something's going on. We got to get moving." Shit hits the fan. That's your short, sweet Act 1, essentially. Like, it does kind of kick off with a bang, though. I will give them credit for that. Like, once the action hit, initially, it fucking hit. I will give them credit for that.
And this is where they put you into the movie. You know what I mean? You're now standing right next to Sam and the cat, and it's all smoke. She's bumping into people in the smoke and the dust and debris because, like, thousands of these comets have hit buildings and all around. We're assuming everywhere based on seeing the other movies. And so, yeah, you're kind of down in this almost like very familiar to that World Trade Center footage when people were kind of screaming around, in the soot and everything. And then, of course, there'd be someone there crying or making noise, and boom, they get snapped up by one of the monsters. So, right away, we're like, okay, fuck, we got to. She keeps like, okay, there's an ambulance and a cop car with the sirens going. She's making her way there. Boom, boom. They jump on the cars and fuck them up, and she stops. Right, as Colonel said, realizes, oh, I can't say anything. Anytime someone says anything, they're picked off instantly. So she figures it out pretty quick. And then, she kind of gets knocked out. She gets knocked out at the...
That's right, she does. I was thinking that was another... I was thinking that might have been Act 2, but you're right. She does get knocked out. She gets trampled, actually. Luckily, she made friends with a little boy during the play. Magically, the biggest actor that I can think of in the movie saves the day, and he's used so little.
Oh, I know.
So much so I'm not even going to say his name. Like, that was a one day's worth of work for him. That was a quick paycheck.
You've seen him in Oz. You've seen him in Gladiator. You've seen him he's been in a ton of shit, man.
Mm-hmm. They're still in the theater because the generator goes off.
Generator goes on.
Goes on like a fucking idiot. I mean, I know it's a horror movie. They're expected to be in there. Instead of just letting the damn thing run, knowing these things are attacked with noise, they're just going to attack this generator. No, let's fucking run outside and shut it off. The leader, her nurse, essentially, from hospice, like a fucking idiot. It's outside to turn this off. He obviously, once he turns it off, I can't exactly remember what he does. Like his
Well,
ripped shirt, his
yeah,
shirt rips, or he steps on something, and then he gets attacked because they're already on their way. And that's when she's like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm on my own." And she just took Frodo and started walking.
Yeah, they had the cat magically when at the theater still.
It's the most magic cat ever.
Dude,
I mean,
I'm telling you, it's the most magic cat, folks. Spoiler alert right now, like flash on the
just go
screen.
ahead.
Yeah, no one, you guys haven't seen it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. All right, this cat can hold its breath for an astonishing amount of time and stay calm. Okay, it doesn't fucking meow. It's loyal like a dog. It doesn't just when it runs off and make sure it comes back. And apparently, it's very fuckable based on the looks this one character kept giving this cat the entire movie. I thought he was going to try to fuck it.
What the hell? I didn't think.
Did
that.
anybody else pick up on that? Like, I was like,
Two more fucks, folks, if you're keeping score.
Not me.
you didn't. The look. Like I'm telling you.
No,
when he
I did not.
It was like Dreamweaver, like fucking Wayne's World. I can't sing anymore because then we'll get hit.
Yeah, right.
But
No, I didn't fucking catch on to that at all.
yeah, I did. I was like, man, he's looking like he's kind of wanting to fuck that cat. That one said he was with two pussies and he only wanted to fuck one, the wrong one. Just saying.
This movie went south for Colonel in a hurry, man.
It really did. It really did.
Well, I mean, I was just more kind of annoyed by just the cat's antics and how he was so magical.
I know. And he was cute, and I liked all the shots and how frequently he was on screen. Like, fuck. It was the quietest, chillest, most unrealistic cat on the planet that made me think, is this a really good CGI cat? Or what the fuck? Like, it wasn't.
It's just amazing how many times that cat went underwater and it was magically dry when they came out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're popping up.
That's stupid.
They're popping up. Yeah, they're popping up, getting air, breaths of air and shit. The cat's in the fucking bag under the waves, man.
It's just fine, you know.
Just chilling, just like.
Yep.
Not a meow the entire fucking movie. Not one meow. I'm like, come on.
The look of
I'll be honest, that kind of sucked me out of the story. Like I was just
a little bit. Like,
about that cat.
World's quietest cat, thank God. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah.
There's just a lot you had to just kind of let go with this movie.
That's true.
And
quite a bit.
I don't know, man. Okay, well, I mean that's how Act 1 pretty much ended, with her being knocked out and reunited with the cat and her head nurse from her hospice, and then getting killed. The head nurse gets killed when he rips his shirt after he reaches behind the generator, shuts it off. And that seemed to be okay. It's when he fucking pulled his shirt back and that's when the clicking started and the thing grabbed him. So,
Well, to be fair, they were already on their way there. It was stupid that that's what made it attack, but it was already on its way. I give them a little bit of a break on that, just a little.
Got the character introductions.
Oh,
which I mean,
this, like I said, this they did right and wrong. If that makes sense.
Depending on who it was, yeah.
Like I said, when they introduced Sam again, Blake, I want to try this again. I'm going to get it right eventually. Played by Lupita Nyong'o.
What?
Exactly. I just want to try to get her name right. So I'm going to say this multiple times. Perfect setup for this character. You knew exactly where she was, what she was. You empathized for her right from the start. However, probably about the end of Act 1, going into Act 2, we're introduced to Eric, played by Joseph Quinn of Stranger Things fame. Again, he could have been a fucking chud.
Dude.
Could morph, because he just, like, it kind of reminded me of X-Men, like when Senator Kelly first gets changed to a mutant and escapes Magneto.
On the ocean.
And he just pops up out of the ocean. This motherfucker just popped up out of the flooded subway. And he's like staring at Frodo, making the deepest eye contact ever made with a cat. Like I said, he literally wanted to fuck it. He's like, I'm gonna fuck this cat.
I understand that they were like, let's make this compelling to where I must follow this cat to make it
They
connect.
wanted to fuck it. That's the worst way to make it, man. Bestiality is so wrong, and that's the route.
I mean,
but all joking aside, that was a piss poor introduction to this guy. Like, we really didn't find anything out about him till about the midway towards the end of Act 2. Like, he was just there. Like, he just followed her.
I feel like when they got fuck eyes.
Yeah, he had the fuck eyes. He's giving the cat the fuck me eyes the whole movie, man. I was seriously scared for that. Sorry, I felt I had my running joke for the week on Thursday. I'm like, I know my running joke.
Oh man,
No cats were
that's
harmed
what you were
during the
talking
filming.
about. Did you see these fuck eyes, Ziggy? Like, did you see these?
No. I was trying to, not go there and stuff, but I understand what they were trying for. It just didn't work. I mean,
yeah, it was all weird, especially around the cat. But I mean,
it's just
not
too
that way.
too cosmic. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
They were two star-crossed lovers, man. They were meant to be. That's
We are supposed to compare.
That's what this movie was about.
Come on, man. Well, I mean, so the guy pops out of the subway, and this is after the tail end of our cat walking around after he's separated for the 16th time from Sam. And this dude fucking pops out of the subway, like Colonel said, and just totally, it's like, what the fuck, Really? And then the cat all of a sudden comes around the corner back to Sam, who's thinking the cat was lost, and he's just sitting right there, and she grabs the cat, and then there's dude standing there too. So, and then just kind of tags along for a long time before they actually speak.
Well, we are leaving out a pretty good point before they meet. I am going to backtrack a little bit. So we already established Sam is really, she's just trying to go home. She wants pizza from a very particular pizzeria in Harlem.
Patsy's. And it's understandable because she's terminally ill on stage 4 or something, some kind of cancer. And I get it, man. She's like, you know what? I'm going to get that last taste, the last slice of that pizza on the planet, and I'm getting it. Boom.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What, like I said, this movie already established you make sound, you're dead. So she's heading her way towards Harlem. And the reason why her and Frodo get separated and Eric comes across the cat is because the military's flying by. They don't like the water. They can't swim. Head towards here. We'll pick you up on this barge. Da 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 da. So people are walking in silence, but they're walking in mass. So of course, that's a lot of fucking noise. Massive attack by the aliens, and again, that's how Frodo. For one time, I thought this cat was really smart. He took the fuck off and left her. So she's walking Harlem again. This magical cat comes across air because he surfaces for air. Apparently, he's a fucking, I don't know. Again, he's a chud. That loves animals. He's an animal lover. And then, like I said,
the only one that believes this.
You guys watch it again. You're going to see it. You will fucking see it. You'll be like,
I don't think I will now.
Talking about.
Why?
I unbelieve.
No, you will believe after you watch. If you watch this movie again.
Man.
But start streaming for free, man. Just fast forward to that part where Eric's introduced and looking at the cat. He's looking at it a little too strange. Just saying.
Fine, I will. Damn it.
Honestly, every other character in here, aside from maybe the hospice nurse, is just a throwaway. There's nothing. I mean, who does anything,
Well, there was something to Eric. Like, he wasn't a throwaway. He was a good companion, but I'll be honest, his backstory, I don't even fucking remember it.
He came to America to become a lawyer.
No, thank you. I guess I haven't seen this shit on Thursday, dude. Like, that's how non-memorable his backstory was for me. Like, I just don't even remember. I should have taken.
I didn't mean he wasn't. I don't mean him. He was throwaway. Those two. It's their movie. They're carrying this thing, and the cat, and the fucking pizza.
And the pizza. Oh, did we not get to Act 2 yet? I don't know. It might be.
We touched bits and pieces. We're getting into it now.
Okay.
Like, pretty much, like I said, when the chud emerges, that's the start of Act 2.
Yeah.
The chud.
The chud. What the fuck? I mean, sadly, it's one of the more effective jump scares of the movie. You know, I mean,
Eric and Sam connect. He's following her around. She's like, dude, leave me alone. Yeah.
She's like, I'm on my death walk, dog. I'm going here. That's it. I'm done. I ain't coming back. She knows this, you know.
Yeah, and he knows this as well. And he's like, you know what? Pizza sounds pretty good. I think I'll hang out with you.
Let's get some pizza.
Yeah.
I guess we're getting some pizza. Let's go. But then his mission, he goes off to get her meds, to get her. She's got like patches. I'm assuming fentanyl or something, you know. And so he sets off to go get her medicine, and because she's, I guess, all of her whatever cancer she has inflames all of her muscles and everything. And
well, dude, you're missing a pretty good scene.
That's why you're here, Colonel.
All right, I know you said medicine, but you're right. They are heading towards Harlem, get Patsy's. She does need her medicine. Again, you gotta be quiet. They're sneaking through. They make their way back down into the subway because they've already heard, the military say they don't like water. So, like, well, let's get in this water. They're making all this noise again. That's when you got Aqua Cat and these sons of bitches, escaping the aliens. I don't even want to call them clickers. Don't know what to call them.
They pretty much are, though.
They really are. It's such an original idea. Like, I've heard clicking aliens. The Predator was a clicker. He clicked. Like,
original.
I don't want to give them any credit for anything because there's not an original sound for these aliens. But like I said, they narrowly escape. They come out unscathed somehow. The cat's dry as fuck. They start following the cat because there's an opening, some debris leading down to a perfect bridge to come up out of the fucking sewer. They follow the cat up, and they are in a Catholic church. Hole in the ceiling, light coming down, cheesy as fuck. I was like, I literally did an eye roll. I'm pretty sure I made an audible.
Right, and this is where Sam kind of breaks down, and she's like, it's been 3 days since I've had my patch. I need my medicine. So that's yes. This is where we got to into this church here. I knew there was a church somewhere. And then
that scene just seriously made me just roll my eyes so fucking hard, though. With the light coming in, like, if they would just escaped, came up through a church, fine. But the light shining down, that's so cliche, man. I was like, oh my god, seriously. If this was a video game, I would be like, okay, might be some legendary loot here. But it wasn't. It was a movie. Like,
God of War.
Got to look into the director and see what they're all about. If that's their MO or whatnot, I'm not too familiar with them. But so what? Doctor gets or our guy gets out there. He does recover some medicine.
Yep, with the help of Frodo.
With the help of the cat, of the magic cat. Wants 9 lives, man, and he doesn't spend a one of them.
That's right. It's 9 lives, and he wants to fuck all 9 of them. Just saying. Watch it again. Watch it again. You'll
He
see
used a couple of them under that water, at least. I mean, what the fuck?
At least one. I mean, fuck for sure. It's like,
again, like, I ignored the meowing. Like, I was like, okay, this cat should meow, but whatever. Because adult cats really don't meow unless they're trying to interact with people. It's their way of fucking tricking us into feeding them and taking care of them. I get that.
And it works.
But I've never seen a cat be able to hold its breath for 5 minutes underwater and then come out like it just jogged like half a mile and was like barely sweating. Like it's barely even wet.
I know.
It's very noticeable, like the underwater
So
stuff.
stupid.
It's all you're going to think about when you see this.
Like I said, that was the driest pussy I've seen in a long time.
God damn it.
I wish I had a rim shot for you, man. I guess we did. That one gone now? Yeah, gone. Sorry.
It's all right.
How about one of these instead?
That's more fitting. I'll take it.
That works. Yeah. It's an invasion film that involves a cat. A lot of cat.
It's an invasion sci-fi.
At least that was my takeaway.
It's an invasion sci-fi film with a hint of bestiality.
For fuck's sake.
Damn it, Colonel.
No.
I just said Colonel.
I thought of that.
French, but you're an asshole.
Again, I was playing my part. That was my cue to say something stupid, I thought. So.
That's not the one I meant to push. I meant to push this one.
What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
She'd be asking what the hell's the matter with that guy, not me.
Oh my god. Writing and direction. I mean, I'll say there wasn't a whole lot of writing because this movie is literally about being quiet. So it's going to be a lot more talking about the direction here, I guess.
It's light on the dialogue.
About the writing. I mean, the story still had to be written.
Right. There's still a script. Just, not a whole lot of dialogue, I guess.
I'm trying
more
very light on the dialogue.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got the director's name. I'm trying to find the writer's name. So you go on, whoever wants
All
to.
right.
Again, this is just they retreaded the other stories and just refitted it into a new set of characters. And it's funny because I've actually thought about this. I would like to see stuff like this. And I know before you say it, yes, we've had Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead. But like in the Night of the Living Dead universe, the same night in another place happening. Same time. Not 10 years later kind of thing. And I think that would work better outside of this type of thing. Retreading the same fucking movie, This way. You're kind of limited, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Colonel?
I wasn't listening. Real quick. So it was written, luckily the screenplay was written and by the director, who is Michael Sarnowski, who's making the bad name for Michaels everywhere. Because you're right. This universe was always already set up for him. There wasn't all he had to do was add to the lore. And he didn't. I thought that with Phase, like the writing wasn't anything to write home about, pun intended, because there wasn't much dialogue. But granted, there was more dialogue in this film than I can remember in the other two.
Okay.
And the chase scenes and stuff, I thought they were entertaining for what they were. And the directing was much like the writing was. It was okay, did its job. Here, add to the lore and pretty much shoot it almost the same way, which he did. Like nothing stood out to me. Like, oh, okay, that's we got a whole new director here. They're trying something inventive. Like it wasn't. Just watch a summer blockbuster. Any summer blockbuster that's live action will skew Inside Out 2, just Big Me 4, anything's animated, we'll skew those out of the way. Any summer action blockbuster, this matches right up with it. A lot of CGI, a lot of fast cuts, a lot of things moving fast. Nothing groundbreaking. Again, that's why I will not call this movie a horror movie at all. It is strictly 100% sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of good when they're like taking a helicopter, ripping through the city, and kind of there's a herd of these things running across the buildings and everything, chasing them. Yeah, okay, it was decent seeing that. It was pretty good CGI because it looked rowdy. They're busting glass every time they take a step, and don't seem to be hampered by heights or anything. They can climb with ease and dive with ease and jump and land off a skyscraper, land on the ground, no problem. So I mean,
and it's always the fucking superhero landing too.
Yeah.
It has that real slow kind
of. So I mean, that. But again, this is nothing new is introduced to this formula. Nothing. Yeah, as far as directing, this guy, they didn't. It technically, as we usually say, looks pretty good. CGI is passable here for what it is. There's not a whole lot of gore in this. It's the main thing is it's a lot more of the same old, been there, done that, which really is disappointing.
Right.
You don't know though.
Nothing new. Well, I mean, just in general in films, like there's nothing really new here.
John Krasinski directs the first one, right? Stars in it, writes it. And this is like his first ever directing film, as far as I know, I think. Or at least when he did it all.
Yeah, and he knocked it out of the ballpark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Talented. He's talented. And then he pretty much wrote the second one, but I don't think he directed it, did he? Or maybe he directed it, didn't star in it. That's what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. Because I'll be honest, the second one I was kind of like, all right, I think I'm done.
He was he was still involved though. I just remember he's not going to star in it. He's just going to like, oh, there's a couple of flashbacks of him, and that's all. But it was still pretty good though because they stayed with those same characters and their survival and their fight and what they've learned. It was great, and the whole deaf fucking storyline, that is the best part. And she's fucking sitting there not being able to hear. You're seeing her from the face. A monster's coming from behind. She can't hear it. That is tension. So we're just kind of like, meh, writing and directing.
It's okay.
He did his job.
Did his job.
Ready for Act 3?
Let's fucking do it.
Let's put a
Final
ball.
act. I'm just gonna go ahead and say right now, like, because this is something that really bothered me towards the end of this, because this is basically the finale. And I get it. She has cancer. She really wants this pizza so bad. And they get to this pizza joint. And she is so heartbroken that it's destroyed. Like, every fucking thing else around her is destroyed, as if this pizza joint was ever gonna be open. Like, she's so distraught. Like,
dude,
it was gonna be open.
I think that's what she had to look forward to. That's what she was holding on to make it through this shit.
Your last fucking shred of hope is shattered. That's what that was.
I guess, but with everything destroyed, you really think this one pizza joint in the middle of this strip of everything fucked. It's just, yeah, come on in. Yeah, you want a 14-inch, 16-inch cheese?
Oh, no, I think she was going to have to bust in there and get a slice or make it herself.
Maybe, yeah, at least break in and maybe make
hopefully
one.
Hopefully one was still there, sitting in the display, you know?
For
something like that.
weeks.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that far into it. That was only a few days.
That was a couple days.
A couple days, the whole thing.
Yeah, all right. Well, even then, that just bothered me because it's like, come on. That motherfucker was going to be closed.
On the bright side, she didn't get Patsy's or whatever it's called, but she did get some pizza.
Yeah, there was
some pizza. She got some pizza. Apparently, I said the F-bomb a lot there because we're at the 103 now.
Yeah, I actually, that was okay. I was like, okay, that's it. She's there's nothing officially left to live for.
I felt bad for her a little bit, but it's just like, come on. But you guys, Colonel, I think Zach started the last one, so Colonel.
All right, so we'll pick up where Faye's left off. Yes, they make it to Harlem. The pizza joint is it's blown out. It's done.
Firebomb.
Yeah, exactly. It looked like people threw Molotov cocktails in there and just burned it down.
One of the comets probably hit it direct.
Yeah. So they go to this bar she grew up in that her dad hung out at to kind of get refuge. And, Eric brings her some pizza and she's talking about, her dad and how happy she was and she misses him. And they kind of open up a little bit. And they let off some steam. They start drinking. He does terrible fucking magic card tricks. It was just so cringy to me. I was like, ugh. Like, dude, it's obvious he was trying to make that impress the cat, not her. He's like, that's not the only thing I can make disappear. No. And that's kind of where they hatched their plan. Like, let out the steam. She has nothing else to live for. She's ready to accept her fate. And she's like, pretty much like, you know what, Eric, you and Frodo, I'm gonna get you the fuck out of here. And they hatched their plan to escape New York. They did not do it Snake Plissken style, which it would have been way better if they had. This is where you get like your final chase. And boy, I don't know about you guys, but I was really disappointed in the feeling of this escape, the adrenaline, the tension. Can't make it. It just wasn't there. So pretty much, essentially, again, every car in New York has a car alarm. So she's just around busting out windows, running down to attract all the aliens to the noise, to clear a path for Sam and Frodo. I just now made that connection, Sam and Frodo. Holy shit! Damn.
Really, you just now made that connection?
Just made that connection.
There's a barge that they see that it's going to stop, and they're
Yeah,
going to swim out to this barge, you know, if they can get to the water.
Okay, which makes sense because Sam and Frodo were fucking too. That's very
God
nice.
damn it!
The only way those fuckers look at each other, you know, when they wake up in the fucking elf forest. But anyway, so they make their escape, where they're attempting to. He kicks a Sprite can, and you know what? That's enough to bring them all back. She really essentially gives up. She's like, "Yeah, I give you a head start. I'm done. I'm just going to watch. I'm not going to bust out any more windows and draw them back. You're out of your fucking own." And then, you know, Hollywood style, he jumps off the pier. They reach out, barely missing. Lands in the water. They're like, "Stop the boat! Stop the boat!" You know, the dude from the theater and the little kid sees it. "Stop the boat!" And they bring him, Sam and Frodo, up to safety. And, you know, we get a little heartfelt letter she wrote. And she put in his cardigan that she gave him. She gave him her cardigan. And he pulls out the piece of paper. It's dry as fuck, not even wet at all.
Smudged.
It's been smudged, like it's perfect. And reads it out loud, and pretty much the two lovers survive, and Sam goes, or, you know, yeah, Sam, damn. That's, yeah, so I started getting Sam mixed up with Eric, the guy. I was saying Sam and Frodo escaped. No, Eric and Frodo escaped. Sam escaped behind.
Yeah. No, I know what you meant.
Yeah. Well, I just had to clear it up because I was giving the names all wrong, that entire explanation.
He made it through that whole fucking movie, that cat, with all 9 lives, only to lose all 9 to severe anal trauma later that night.
God damn you guys. I'm gonna, oh my God. I'm killing you guys on Friday
Right,
night.
Colonel?
I swear.
Right. I mean, just imagine if this dude's fucking packing. He can like talk about a pocket pussy, man.
I am plain as Jason. You guys are getting slammed into the wall. I swear.
I would
like
like
Dad
to
and F is for
slam me into the
family.
wall, just to
Going
be-
through the wall.
I would
God
like-
damn it. Stop talking about fucking the cat.
That's my running joke, and I would like to see you try to slam me through a wall, Faze. I'm sorry.
And I'm talking about in Friday. I can't realize.
Friday, he's not gonna.
On Friday, he's going to slam me through. That's fine.
Friday.
You guys hardly had on anyway. Go for it. I'm sleeping.
Shit.
Actual footage of the cat after the events of the movie.
You,
I've never
rotten
had
son
my
of a
box
bitch.
rocked like that before.
You guys are about to lose a producer for this episode.
Oh, I say we love the cat. The cat was actually more likable than a lot, you know, outside of maybe the star, man. I mean,
Yeah, the cat was the second best character.
yeah,
I would say, yeah, second best to Sam.
but I mean, it just, man, what a fucking bummer, letdown, flat ass, fucking lack of adrenaline, fucking just no tension, just plap, just terrible, just fucking lame, just predictable. And they get there, they stop the boat and get him, and then what? Our girl go back to her, and she's walking through the streets again. She's got her boombox with her earbuds in, and stops, opens her eyes, unplugs the earbuds, so the radio starts blaring out loud, and 2 aliens land just as it goes to black. And that's how our movie ends. You know, I potentially could have did so much more with this, and many different paths could have been taken with this to make it original and interesting instead of retreading the same fucking thing, man. And
I agree. Here's your perfect chance to explain day one. Like, it's in the title, it was right there. And at first, they did a good job. I mean, there wasn't no answers, but shit's hitting the fan quick.
It did. And it
And
hit
then,
good.
like Zach said, then it just kind of fell after that. It fell into
Same
the
movie.
routine. It's like
same movie.
you dropped the fucking ball, man. Like they dropped the ball on this one, but who knows? Maybe we'll get Quiet Place day 5, and they can make up for their mistakes. We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know, man. So that's the movie. What do we got? What do you got left here?
Final thoughts and ranking.
Christ.
You know what, FaZe? Let's let you go first because you have nothing to compare this to. This is
Sure. I mean, I like the cat a lot. even during the parts that didn't make any fucking sense involving the cat. I mean, the people that made this movie are clearly cat people. I mean, how much cat is there in the first two?
None.
Really? All right, so somebody who was involved in this movie is clearly a cat person. Because especially at the beginning, there are like cats fucking everywhere. She goes into like a supermarket or not, like a gas station. There's a cat, another cat sitting on the counter.
Key word: cats fucking.
Fuck
Right.
you. See, there you go. This is a great cat right there. This is.
We got snatched up. She's being used as a prop.
Aw,
See?
I love
Sure
Elvira. She's the best DCS mascot.
Dude, she's,
Yeah, that cat.
she's a great fucking cat, man. Like, I
She
can't.
is. But yeah, final thoughts. Other than the cat, I liked Sam. I did appreciate the final scene, the way she took herself out. Supposedly, not seeing these other movies. I don't know if she actually dies there, but I assume she does. And I don't know. I'm not sure what to give it for a ranking. It was a little bit boring in parts here and there. I'd probably give this like a solid 5. And I think it's being bumped up because of the cat. Because that kept my attention for a lot of the movie. I'm like, ooh, cat. So, if it didn't have a cat, I probably would have possibly fallen asleep during this film. Not gonna lie, because it's just so quiet, and the non-interesting moments, the expositional moments, if you want to even call them that, were really like dragged and just I don't know. It would not have kept my attention as well. The action was good. Everything else, not so much. I don't know. I'll throw it to Ziggy.
A lot of it, and he's speaking of the bonding segments when Sam and Dude are like they do the stupid magic thing, but then they share a moment where it's during a rainstorm and the lightning flashes, and they let out like these primal screams during the thunder parts, and that was cool. I thought that was neat. That was one of the few things I thought worked well with the scenario that they were in, and them bonding, that where it actually started becoming tangible and believable, but dude, this is a lazy ass attempt, a retread of a movie that was done well already and missed fucking opportunity to really deliver on something original and enhance this universe to a new level. Struck out, man. And although technically sound and a couple of good moments, I'll talk about the jump scare when we're all done with this. That worked on me. It looks good, like a good movie. The CGI is passable, but I mean, in the end, man, the other two are just a lot better than this. I loved Sam as a character. I found the cancer thing a little bit heavy of subject matter for this. The more I think about it, it helps sell her fucking attitude and the way she's thinking at the end. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's a bit. The subject matter is heavy, especially if you've dealt with anybody in that boat like that. So, I don't know. Just so many missed opportunities here just to make this better, and then that's the fucking laziest ending of all time. You pretty much redid the first one's ending. Sorry, and sacrifice, and hers almost seemed unnecessary. I know she's gonna die anyway. I get that, but I mean, it just if probably if not for her little bit of attitude when she does pull that little thing out, she kind of opens her eyes like, fuck it. That added to it for me and maybe saved it enough. But I mean, in the end, I can't do anything better than a 4 for this. That's it.
Damn, I thought it'd be a little bit higher than that. Not much, but a little bit. So, final thoughts. Again, I didn't want to see this movie. I didn't. To be honest, we even debated not seeing it for like a day. Then it's like, fuck it, we might as well see it. Like I said, when we're like, when Faith's like, we should already see it. That's when I'm like, I just walked out of the theater. So,
Yeah.
it looks like we're covering this.
I pushed for this one.
Again, like Zach said, technically sound, look good. What you expect, from a Hollywood movie. I expect that. God, again, I had to agree with Zach so much. They dropped the ball. They could really expand it on the story and kind of refused to for whatever reason. The magical cat was a bit too much. It was a bit distracting. I'm glad FaZe enjoyed the cat.
Yeah.
Totally thought it ruined the fucking movie. I really did.
Apparently, Eric enjoyed the cat too.
He did.
I'm done. I'm
I'm one of those people where all of my Facebook reel recommendations are cat videos. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, but you're sane. You enjoy cats because they're great pets and they're cute.
Yeah.
Eric likes to fuck them, and that's very obvious throughout this movie too. It's real distracting when every time he's looking at the cat. I keep saying he's giving me the cat the fuck me eyes every time. I thought that was strange. Another final thought I had before I get into the good stuff about this movie, and I've had this thought about the first one since the first one. I was really hoping they touched it on this. I don't care how quiet you try to be, you're eventually gonna get diarrhea. Like, there's no way you can be silent all the time.
What the fuck?
You gotta fall asleep. Eventually, you're gonna fart. I'm just saying you can't silence your ass.
I didn't go there, Colonel, but I was thinking about like snoring.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
snoring, nighttime farts.
Yeah.
You eat some bad food, you get diarrhea. Like it's a ridiculous concept once you really think about it. People actually surviving long. If this was
Right.
But on the bright side, Lupita Nyong'o. That's the last.
What?
Exactly. Cat, stop. Your tail's getting in the way. Dude, knockout performance. I will give her credit. I thought she did a great fucking job. She was the saving grace for this film.
Yeah,
You
because
felt sympathy for.
jaded
Mhm.
with the cards she's been dealt
Yes.
and defiant as fuck because of it,
Yeah.
but still finds some humanity. And that's the only thing here that doesn't lower the score, because she does a pretty good job carrying this thing despite her fate.
Yeah, exactly. Like you touched it better than I could have, so we're just gonna leave it at that. She saved the movie. I'm gonna give it a 5, pretty much based on her. If she did slightly less of a better job than what she did, I would have completely shit all this movie and probably given it a 4. She did such a good fucking job though. Like, her performance alone is worth the one watch.
Yeah. I'll agree with that.
So
Do
before
it.
we call tonight, special thanks to our members again, our final girls and guys, Chris FaZe, Lorena, BD Mags, and Tyrone. Now, a special shout out to our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations. Again, storefront opening July 6th, this Saturday in Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah.
Be there. Dr. Smiley, who will also be at Bell's Fancy Creation store. Raymond and the whole damn enchilada pod. And last but not least, our camp counselors, Adam, Christopher, Corey, Luke, Jim and Rachel, Stacey Lynn, Orlando, Chuck, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ.